Okay. So where we were discussing about the image segmentation part, right? So we have already discussed about the image morphology part. Okay. Now in image segmentation, we have already discussed the need of image segmentation, right? Different applications of image segmentation. We will again discuss the same points in a brief. Okay. Now first, why we require image segmentation? So basically it is used to separate the image into various regions, or you can say uh, it can be used to separate some objects, right, within that image or from the background, right? So actually in segmentation, the image gets subdivided into a many small images that you whatever you want. Okay, suppose in a single image, if you want to separate, say, two objects or say three objects, so you will get that three objects separated from that image, right? Or even you can what we can say, uh, divide a single image into two different regions, right? That is the image segmentation. That means you can subdivide that image into different regions. This is the first objective of image segmentation. And second one will be, you can separate the objects from the that image. You can separate, or you can say extract that object, or you can separate that object from the background. This is the second objective. So for these purpose, actually we are using the image segmentation tool. Okay. Now this image segmentation basically has the three categories. Okay, or moreover you can say this image segmentation can be categorized into three methods. Okay, which are those? First one is a image thresholding. Second one is a age segmentation, and the third one is a region segmentation. So basically this image segmentation has three categories: thresholding, right, image thresholding, moreover you can say, then the age segmentation and region segmentation. Now what we are doing, or what is difference between these three categories? So what we are doing in the image thresholding, right? So we have to discuss that. So in case of image thresholding, actually we are using some predefined gray levels as a decision criteria. Okay, that means already this point we have discussed, right? So in case of thresholding, see, whenever we are using the word thresholding, that means we have defined some threshold gray level value, or some what we can say, threshold for that image, and based on that threshold point we are making the decision whether to accept that or whether to reject that, right? So whenever in image processing you are using the word thresholding, always remember one thing: we have defined some predefined criteria, right? In case of thresholding, we have defined some predefined criteria, and based on that criteria we are actually making the decision. Based on that criteria, thresholding criteria, we are making the decision, right, whether to accept that, whether to reject that, right? So you have to remember this point. So in case of image thresholding, we are actually predefining some gray level as a decision criteria, right? For example, if suppose that what we can say, the pixel has the gray level value above this, then we will consider that. If that pixel gray level value, again, gray level and intensity is one and the same thing, don't forget this. Intensity म्हणजेच gray level म्हणजेच intensity and gray level is one and the same thing, never forget this. Okay, so if that particular pixel have intensity value above some above or predefined threshold, then we will consider that. If it is below, then we will not consider that, or we will simply reject that. So this is how we are making the decisions in case of image thresholding. Okay, so just remember, in case of image thresholding, we have some predefined gray level as a decision criteria, right, to separate the image into different region based upon the intensity of that pixel. Okay, intensity is nothing but the gray level, one and the same thing. Okay, now in second type, what we are doing? Okay, what is there in second type? That is age segmentation. So in case of age segmentation, we are actually using that discontinuity property, right? We have already discussed for the image segmentation, we are using the basic two properties of the image, or basic two properties of the image based on the intensities of the pixel, discontinuity and similarity. So in case of age segmentation, we are using the discontinuity property between two different regions, right? So in this, that means in age segmentation part, the discontinuities between the gray level regions are used to detect ages within an image, right? That means to detect the ages within an image, we are using the discontinuity property, and by using that property, we are detecting the ages, right? And ages in an image plays a very important role, all of you know, because ages are the high frequency component or low frequency component in an image. Ages are the can anyone? We are
High
treating
frequency component.
ages as a high frequency component or low frequency component.
High frequency component.
Very right, very right. Always remember, ages in any image are always the high frequency components in that image. Okay, remember this point. So based on that, we are making the decision, right? Means we are using the discontinuity property, right, to detect the ages in that image. And based on that, again, we want to if you want to separate the objects, yes, you can. Or if you want to what we can say, separate that image or divide that image into two different regions, that also you can do by using this age detection or discontinuity property. Okay, so this is about the age segmentation. Okay, this is the second category of segmentation. Third category is region segmentation. What we are doing in that region segmentation? So in case of region segmentation, we are separating the image into several different regions based upon some defined criteria or desired criteria, right? Means, see, what is difference between now age segmentation and region segmentation? Okay, by using age segmentation, we are simply what we can say, extracting, or we are simply separating the object from that image. By using age detection, we are separating objects from a particular object or particular shape from that image or from the background, right? For that, we are using the age segmentation. And what for we are using the region segmentation? So the region segmentation we can use to separate the single image into two different parts. Separate the single image into two different parts. That means by using region segmentation, you can subdivide image into number of parts or number of its what we can say components. म्हणजे एज सेगमेंटेशन हे एखादा शेप किंवा ऑब्जेक्ट डिटेक्ट करण्यासाठी वापरतात आणि रिजन सेगमेंटेशन हे इमेज डिव्हाइड करण्यासाठी वापरतात. सपोज तुम्हाला एक इमेज आहे आणि ती तुम्हाला दोन पार्ट मध्ये डिव्हाइड करायची. यू हॅव टू सेगमेंट दॅट, सेपरेट दॅट. Then you can use the region segmentation. And for thresholding also you can use for the what we can say object detection, no problem. Thresholding and age detection you can use for the object detection, right? Or even you can use for the image separation. If you want to divide particular region, then also you can use the segmentation. But age segmentation we are using for the सेपरेटिंग द ऑब्जेक्ट फ्रॉम दॅट इमेज. बरोबर आहे. म्हणजे त्या इमेज मधनं एखादा पर्टिक्युलर शेप फक्त तुम्हाला सेपरेट करायचा, तर त्यासाठी एज सेगमेंटेशन वापरतात. ती इमेज तुम्हाला जर का दोन पार्ट मध्ये डिव्हाइड करायची आहे, तर त्यासाठी तुम्ही यू कॅन आयदर यूज थ्रेशोल्डिंग ऑर रिजन सेगमेंटेशन, राईट? सो दीज आर द थ्री बेसिक कॅटेगरीज ऑफ सेगमेंटेशन that we can have. Okay, again I will repeat, what are the three categories of image segmentation? Image thresholding, age segmentation, and third one is region segmentation. Thresholding, age segmentation, region segmentation. These are the three basic categories of segmentation. Now, as we have already discussed, while discussing, we have came to the conclusion that this segmentation is one of the most tedious job in image processing applications. Already we have discussed this point, right? की इमेज एनहान्समेंट पेक्षा किंवा रिस्टोरेशन पेक्षा किंवा इव्हन मॉर्फॉलॉजिकल ऑपरेशन्स पेक्षा हा सेगमेंटेशन जो आहे तो सगळ्यात टीडीएस जॉब आहे इमेज प्रोसेसिंग मधला. का तो टीडीएस आहे? व्हॉट आर द व्हाय वी आर what we can say why we are facing some difficulties while for the segmentation, or why we are considering this segmentation is one of the tedious job. So there are reasons for that. So first is we cannot control the environment of the image, right? When you are segmenting the image, you the environment, that means the overall control on the image you cannot have. Simply what you can have, you have some algorithms or you have some predefined criteria, and based on that you have to go for the operation. That means overall environment you cannot control. Second thing, non-uniform illumination. Non-uniform illumination, that means while acquiring that image or while capturing that image, if contrast level is low, or what we can say, there is there was no proper light arrangement for that image, then again you can face some difficulty in the segmentation operation. That means non-uniform illumination. म्हणजे जर का प्रॉपर लाईट इमेज जी इमेज तुम्हाला सेगमेंट करायची आहे, either you want to separate that or you want to extract some object or shape in that image, जे तुम्हाला इमेज सेगमेंटेशन ऑपरेशन ज्या इमेज वर करायचं आहे त्याचं जर का व्हॉट वी कॅन से इल्युमिनेशन जर का नॉन युनिफॉर्म असेल, इल्युमिनेशन म्हणजे काय अगेन द लाईट अरेंजमेंट, right? The light falls on that object, that is the illumination. Okay, so if there is no proper light arrangement or it is very low contrast image, then also you can face some difficulties while segmenting that image, right? So what we can say, and one more thing you can say, there is no any adequate model of the object for interest, right? And also for noise. That means if unfortunately the image that you want to separate, if there is some noise, then again first you have to remove that noise and then you have to go for the segmentation operation. And again the question is whether you can remove that noise 100%. That means for that you must have some adequate model to remove that noise. That comes under a restoration part, no problem. But if restoration is good, then only segmentation will be easy. If restoration, if you are unable to remove the 100% noise, then again you have to face difficulties in a segmentation. So these are the few points that we must consider, and for because of these points we are facing the difficulties in segmentation operation, right? Now next we have discussed the applications of the image segmentation tool or image segmentation process. So where we are using this image segmentation application. So first is a detection and measurement of what we can say different objects in an image, right? So again, image segmentation comes under the which type of image processing? Mid-level image processing. That means image analysis. मिड लेवल इमेज प्रोसेसिंग म्हणजेच त्याला आपण इमेज अनालिसिस म्हणतो, बरोबर आहे. इमेज सेगमेंटेशन इज अ मिड लेवल इमेज प्रोसेसिंग और इमेज अनालिसिस. म्हणजे त्याच्यात काय असतं, इनपुट इमेज असते आणि आउटपुट काय असतात, ऍट्रिब्यूट्स और सम information about that image or some parameters of that image. So that is a mid-level image processing. Now for that purpose, detection and measurement of the target, बरोबर आहे. म्हणजे एखाद्या इमेज मधल्या तुम्हाला if you want to detect and extract information about that particular object or shape, you can use this image segmentation. This is one of the important application. Then second application is automatic target acquisition, right? Automatic target acquisition. So what we can say, if you have used some predefined criteria to detect some objects, some specific objects in an image, then you can go for this kind of then you can go for the image segmentation applications, right? So to detect some target in your image, you can use this image segmentation. Then next part is optical character recognition, that is your OCR sheet, right? Yeah, I guess you have familiar with the concept of optical character recognition, OCR. Okay, in that also we are using the image segmentation. Then polarization of motion picture. Okay, so for the in case of video processing also we are using the image segmentation very much. In what we can say, in film industry, in picture, in motion picture technology, we are you can find the very wide and vast application of this image segmentation part. Barobar hai? Animation, you can say, again animation is also very good example of this image segmentation part, right? What are the different animation tools, different animation techniques, right? So that are the major application in that is image segmentation, right? You want to segment many images, you want to put there in some different environment and all that. So for that you require this image segmentation tool. So these are the various applications where we are using this segmentation. Clear with this? समझले का?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So remember, image segmentation can be categorized into three categories: thresholding, age segmentation, and region segmentation. Okay, and it has some limitations, and that's why it is one of the tedious job in the image processing, right, as compared to the other, that means restoration, enhancement, morphology. So right, as compared to the other steps, this is the one of the most difficult and what we can say tedious step in image processing. So just remember this point. Okay, now this is the what we can say brief summary of this image segmentation part. Then already we have discussed with the three segmentation tools by detection of discontinuities, right? So we can have three types of discontinuity in digital image. Okay, so by using this discontinuity you can have the three categories. First one is a point discontinuity, second one is a line discontinuity, and edge discontinuity. That means in other way you can say point detection, line detection, and edge detection. Okay, so by using this properties of the basic pixel level, that means either discontinuity or similarity, you can have the three tools or three detection types: point detection, line detection, and edge detection, right? You can have these three different types of detections, right? These are the types of detections that you can perform: point detection, line detection, and edge detection. Now today we will discuss the first, that is point detection. Okay, now what we are going in this point detection part. Okay, so first we will discuss the principle of this point detection. Okay, what we are doing in this point detection, the response, the principle of this point detection is the response of the mask. Again for the point detection, for the line detection, for the edge detection, we are using some mask. We are applying that mask onto the image, and then we are able to detect the points or edges or the line in that image. Okay, for that purpose, but basically we require the masks. Okay, and again, which mathematical what we can say tools we are using? Derivatives, first order derivative, second order derivative, right? There are some masks based on the first order derivative. There are some Laplacian mask also you can use, or Laplacian operator based mask, that means second order derivative mask we can use. I have asked you the questions, right? So Laplacian operator or Laplacian mask, we are using the second order derivative. Always remember, no one of you you have answered that homework. Okay, anyways, but just remember one thing: Laplacian operator uses the second order derivative or second order derivative mask. Okay, so you can have first order derivative mask, you can have some second order derivative mask. So basically derivative is the fundamental mathematics that we are using for this point detection, line detection, and edge detection part. Okay, so you have to remember this point. So first we will discuss about the point detection. What is the basic principle that we are using in the point detection? So basic principle is the response of the mask must be strongest when the mask is centered on an isolated point and that the response be in an area of constant intensity. That means here we are using the two conditions to have the strong response. Which are the two conditions? First condition is the mask must be centered on an isolated point. That means the point that you want to detect, the center or that center pixel of the mask must be on that point. This is the first condition. And what is the second condition? Second condition is the response be in an area of constant intensity. That means that point must be in a constant intensity region. म्हणजे जो पॉइंट तुम्हाला डिटेक्ट करायचा आहे तो कॉन्स्टंट इंटेन्सिटी रिजन मध्ये पाहिजे, ही पहिली कंडिशन. आणि दुसरी कंडिशन मध्ये काय की जो मास्क आहे त्याचा जो सेंटर पिक्सेल आहे तो त्या पॉइंटवर पाहिजे, ही दुसरी कंडिशन. या दोन्ही कंडिशन जेव्हा सॅटिस्फाय होतील तेव्हा यू कॅन इझिली एबल टू डिटेक्ट दॅट पॉइंट इन अन इमेज. राईट? टू डिटेक्ट द पॉइंट, what is the principle? Actually there are two conditions rather than the principle. There are two conditions that we are using. काय कंडिशन आहेत त्या दोन? की जो पॉइंट डिटेक्ट करायचा आहे तो कॉन्स्टंट इंटेन्सिटी रिजन मध्ये पाहिजे, ही पहिली कंडिशन. आणि दुसरी कंडिशन काय आहे की जो पॉइंट डिटेक्ट करायचा आहे राईट त्या पॉइंटवर तुमच्या मास्कचा सेंटर पिक्सेल आला पाहिजे. राईट? Center pixel of the mask must be on that point that you want to detect. If these two conditions satisfy, you can able to detect that point within the image. समजले सगळ्यांना basic principle of the point detection technique, right? And the mask can be of first order derivative or can be of second order derivative. That is up to you as a what we can say image processing operator, or as a designer you can design that point detection mask with the help of first order derivative technique, or you can use second order derivative techniques. There are some masks available for the first or based on the first order derivative. There are some masks that are available based on the second order derivative. That means Laplacian operator. Second order derivative is nothing but the Laplacian operator. So that point you have to remember. Okay? And for the point detection these two conditions must have to satisfy. Which are those? First is the point that you want to detect, the center pixel of the mask must be aligned with that point. This is the first condition. म्हणजे जो मास्क आहे त्या मास्कचा जो सेंटर पिक्सेल आहे तो त्या पॉइंटवर पाहिजे, ही पहिली कंडिशन. आणि दुसरी कंडिशन म्हणजे काय, जो पॉइंट डिटेक्ट करायचा आहे तो कॉन्स्टंट इंटेन्सिटी रिजन मध्ये पाहिजे. बरोबर आहे? जिथे तुम्ही मास्क अप्लाय करताय पॉइंट डिटेक्शन साठी तो पॉइंट कॉन्स्टंट इंटेन्सिटी रिजन मध्ये पाहिजे, ही दुसरी कंडिशन. आणि पहिली कंडिशन काय की जो पॉइंट डिटेक्ट करायचा आहे त्या पॉइंटवर तुमच्या मास्कचा सेंटर पिक्सेल पाहिजे, ही पहिली कंडिशन. आणि या दोन कंडिशन सॅटिस्फाय झाल्या then only you can able to detect the point in an image. Right? And about the mask, again I will repeat, you can use the first order derivative mask or you can use the second order derivative mask depending upon your application. Doesn't matter. Clear with this? समजलंय का सगळ्यांना? Okay, fine. So the same thing we have discussed on the slide also. Right? So this is about the point detection part. Okay. So in case of again point detection, a point will be isolated point if its gray level is significantly different than its background and it is located on homogeneous area. Homogeneous area means what? Area of constant intensity. बरोबर आहे? Suppose the point जो तुम्हाला डिटेक्ट करायचा आहे किंवा आयसोलेट करायचा आहे, सेपरेट करायचा आहे, तो कधी आयसोलेट होईल? जेव्हा त्याची ग्रे लेवल ही as compared to the rest there is slight change or slight difference, then only that point will get separated. Okay? And the detection of isolated point different from constant background image can be done using the different masks. So again the same thing we have discussed. Okay? You can use the different masks based on the different application for the point detection purpose. Clear with this? So this is about the point detection. Now next thing is line detection. Okay, second type of detection based on the discontinuity and similarity property is a line detection part. This point we are going to discuss in next lecture. Okay, today we will stop here. If you have any doubt regarding the today's discussion, you can ask me right now. Image segmentation त्याचे 3 type, right? Limitations, applications and point discussion. These points we have covered in today's lecture. Okay, now if you have any doubt regarding this, you can ask me right now. Otherwise we will stop here then. समजलंय का सगळ्यांना आज जे काही शिकवलं ते?
Yes,
समजलंय का?
yes, sir.
Okay.
समजलं.
Okay, fine. So today we'll stop here. We will continue in next lecture with this line detection. That is the second type of detection. Okay, first that is point detection we have covered. We will continue with the line detection part. Okay, we will stop here now.